Total of 5.
5?
Yeah.
You do actually get over his because of the immense wound penalties.
What
And
the fuck are you doing?
He's waiting.
Oh,
And then
okay.
you just do it again because it's all 4 beats, so it just keeps.
What are
He's
you
dancing.
What is it? What dance is that?
Dance.
The loop dance?
So I learned this recently when I was at a wedding from a friend of mine.
This
he
is
can
really
dance if he
important.
wants to. He can leave
So,
his friends
because
behind.
all music that you're pretty much going to hear these days, especially stuff that's played at weddings and other popular things like that, is all going to be 4 beats per measure. So,
It's called 4/4 time.
yeah. I feel we needed to get into
I
the
totally do
specifics.
that.
So,
4 beats a
Having
measure.
power.
Quarter of note gets a beat.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it does indeed.
Math checks.
so
Good
there are
job.
4 notes in a single measure. Great. And so that's all going along. So it basically just goes in movements of 4. So any song that's going along, you can just fucking do this and like, oh yeah, look at that guy and his dancing. He's doing the stuff and it goes right along with the music. And you just
He's doing the sprinkler now.
doing it. And
Luke.
it's varied enough.
Luke, right here, buddy.
Yes.
This is your home.
That's
None of this. None of this. Stay right here, man.
No, see, that's the stuff you got to be teaching me.
What is that from?
Hitch.
Hitch.
The
Thank
only
you.
good scene in it.
I like that movie.
Oh,
Mostly
right.
because I love Will Smith.
I love Will Smith too.
Doesn't everybody?
That movie is not 100% good.
He is the world's greatest bard.
That's because the other guy was in it.
I thought he was hilarious.
Kevin Bacon. James. Sorry.
Kevin Bacon. That's a completely different guy.
They're
passed
both
the
Kevin.
We're not talking about the rest of the Peace Department, okay?
Kevin James ate
That's
Kevin Bacon.
So, you make a case towards the barbarian about joining in a blood pact to become ritualistic
One blood.
blood brothers.
One blood.
And you do indeed demolish his MBV,
Nice.
even with his intimacy towards not letting that happen.
His empathy
For the
towards
North!
not letting his
And we just
MVV
have
get
wound
demolished.
penalties.
No, it's it might be considered cowardice because he's already clearly been defeated.
No,
But
What did I just
he thinks that's a great idea. So
Got dipped on the Philly.
he looks at his axe and he puts it head down because
Do
he
you know
can't
the origin?
get the leverage to bring it back up and plants it into the mud.
So,
Does this and like he gets in there. Like he's not bashful about it. Like he just covered himself with blood from here, like entire forearm and hand, like just swept it across his chest.
Here we go. I don't even have to cut myself again.
It's great. He
How
puts a
convenient.
single stripe down the middle of his forehead and he puts his arm out.
No, you gotta be bleeding too.
Oh, I do it.
From the back of your neck. Where he cut
Oh yeah. I'll do it from a wound he did.
Right, and he does like the full grab and he pulls you close and he puts his forehead right on yours.
And then you start making out.
make it gay, Dennis?
Great. Now I got barbarian AIDS.
I mean, I was gonna say that your men should have had to check for that, but being showered in barbarian viscera, they gotta have caught something itchy.
And he, in a very, very like low
right in my
voice,
fucking eye.
and I mean this like it is bass. He tells you to go forth like death, and he releases your arm.
Woo! I nod to him.
Looks like death. I like that.
Turn to now. When the horn sounded, did the other guys did they like break up or
Nope, they literally stop where they are. They don't give up their positioning. They just stop and they wait.
Okay.
Like they separate from each other. They don't like if they're locked. Like they'll stop and like and they're just waiting. They're not like entranced or anything. They're just like they know they're supposed to wait.
Hey,
So I go to the section with the highest concentration of
Folk.
Viking guys. I was
Okay.
Trying to remember.
They are still typically in triangles.
Yep. And I wait with them.
All right. So after a couple minutes, and again, it's starting to get pretty dark, but luckily the moon is mostly out. It's almost full.
Supposed to be when you get this one.
Waxing.
And everybody like
Wax and Dwayne.
almost before you realize what's happened, they're already back
I'm
at
ashamed
it.
it took me that long to figure
Almost
it out.
before.
Almost.
You know the horn was supposed to signify the beginning of fighting again.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm right back at it with them, cutting down fools.
Why do you make a suggestion?
Go for it.
So you have to go forth like death, right?
Yeah,
So what does the sword have to do with it?
that's true.
I'm just saying this so that we don't have to roll out you beating 2 more armies.
So I'm waiting with my sword in the ground, and I'm just like doing one of these on the hilt of it. And then when the horn goes, I rush off without the sword and just start bashing fools' skulls in.
Start Mario spinning your way through the entire level.
I was gonna say like a barbarian and fucking Diablo spin to win.
Yeah, you fight the night away with your lethal soak. The only people in there that can actually effectively wound you with like more than 1 die of overwhelming just automatically are the monks. But most of them have used up. Any of the enlightened ones have used up the motes that they had already.
All right.
A long time ago. So
And since they're not exalted, they don't get back 5 around.
Oh, that reminds me. I get them back 5 around.
On top of this,
did you drain your personal pool, by the way?
Oh no,
You still
not.
have plenty to go.
Yeah,
I don't know how much 1 weapon 2 blows costs.
3. So I would have gotten it back
Fast.
every round.
Excellent. So yeah, you proceed to systematically destroy both of the other armies. The Sifu, he literally just watches you completely destroy his army, and he just. So which ones do you go after first? The soldiers or the monks? Bear in mind they have both drawn lots of blood today.
Which ones do the Vikings focus on?
It's completely split.
Straight, straight even.
It's a pie chart. This side of the pie is fighting those guys. This side is fighting the other guys. It's a very small pie chart at this point. But
Yeah. Probably the knights.
All right.
I
So yeah.
can't kill them in one punch. I'd certainly sunder their armors and.
Oh yeah, no, you are like crumpling. So
1 punch.
So you're intentionally trying to kill them?
Yeah. Go
Okay.
through like death.
yeah, so they're wearing like padded armor with metal bits as part of it.
Terry Brooks.
That's-
Terry Brooks? No, Terry Pratchett.
Like what did we decide it was like
His
grenadier
death.
armor or something?
I don't know.
Dennis threw out a name and
Nothing
it
great.
was accurate.
It's
Yeah,
what-
it's the armor that the knights were wearing. Like,
They were wearing effectively buff jackets.
yeah,
Yeah,
buff
buff
jackets
jackets.
with like some metal plates here and there.
Brigandine.
Brigandine armor. So yeah, you go through and like the metal pieces, you're able to like punch them and completely sunder through them without even really noticing. It's like going through tissue paper. And yeah, you can effectively bludgeon all of them with little to no effort.
I hit a motherfucker with another
He's the Grim
motherfucker.
Reaper, he's a skeleton.
You can do that.
Like,
Punch one, and then it just like,
when he speaks.
and then so once they're all defeated, the leadership, they roll up their stuff and they take it and they do a salute, you know, and they just walk off.
It just exists.
Bye-bye.
Do they take their one guy?
Yeah, yeah.
He survived.
So,
Yep.
Thank God,
They have-
we did something
They have
good.
one injured person, literally the only survivor from the fight, and
Guys
they
in the
carry
basement.
him off on a stretcher.
Sorry.
and there's a
He's
bunch
still
of
alive.
dangerous-
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna be sorry about it if I find out that you just murdered a bunch of people
Okay,
for no reason.
explosives. Can't find
And
one.
then,
It's not
for
medieval
no
or
reason.
something like that.
Then it's the monks,
So he's
and
going-
same
he's
thing.
going
Like
around,
they're
and then
actually
this voice says, "Oh please, me."
they put up, like I
Oh,
said, a
thanks,
better
Chad,
fight
thanks, Chad. Oh,
per
thank
person.
fucking have it.
But again,
Lights it.
at this point, they're tired, they're wounded, and you just cleave through them like.
Yeah.
He's
I feel like they'd be more agile, so I miss them. But if I hit them, they just.
And he's
Yeah. Like you get a lot of them with like that kind of stuff.
it's understood.
And yeah, you are able to completely destroy them as well.
The eighth color that they can see death and stuff like that. And then it's the mutual understanding that when the sorcerer dies, that
Take
himself
4
will
bashing
come for him, not one
from
of
all
his
of this. And
The army's overwhelming.
no lethal.
Nice.
It's actually that, have you seen that comic with
And
Facebook
as you
with
finish,
sword?
the
Like
Sifu
that-
stands
that'll be a
there.
good lesson.
He does one of these, and he turns and walks away, his beard flowing majestically in the air.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Felicia.
I like the seafood.
He's an ass.
We found that pretty quickly.
He chastised him for his manners, and then Somebody else came up and used good manners.
Did I set one up?
I
Shiro.
was like,
It was
you're too pleasant. There's something you want. Get the fuck out of here.
And standing before you are approximately the same amount of men that you showed up with. Barbarians. And one big motherfucker who is
Almost dead.
very tender.
Tenda. That is Tenda.
He needs his wounds cared for,
Oh,
or,
this is how he
or
finds
he's
his armor.
probably going to die.
Left.
So once all the fighting is done, I turn and all the barbarians are there, and I give out a yell,
Huzzah.
a la barbarian style, just ah.
Hello, bar.
There's an uncomfortable silence.
My
Like-
men do it.
like they start and then like they notice that like the barbarians aren't, and they're like, because they get what you were doing, like they know you well enough to know when you're on a recruitment, you use your sword. It's like you can actually hear crickets in a place that is too cold to have crickets. And finally, the big guy, he stands up straight, and he with like, this is as high as he brings his arm, but he lets out as best of a like a victory cry as he can, which again one lung and the other one completely collapsed, and then the rest of the barbarians fucking lose their shit and like "Ah!" and like full on like regalia of like screaming and victory, and they're clapping each other on the back, and they come right up to you and they start like doing the arm clasp, like welcome to the family. A lot of them are taking like their own blood and like putting spots on you.
Great, super barbarian aids.
And yeah, like every single one of them was wounded. So every single one of them, as they come up, they find a fresh spot of bear skin, and they
Bear skin.
plant a nice thumbprint on you. And then they walk right over to your guys, and they start like cajoling with them and just being generally disruptive,
As you do.
as they are wont. And the big guy, like he has his axe and he's like crutching himself out of the muddy battlefield.
Since he needs medical aid, if he would accept it, I would talk to him about having my field medic take a look at him.
Oh yeah, he is quite receptive to not dying.
So I have Croker come over and
Croker.
Right.
Croker.
Croker is moderately trained at what he does.
Croker, there are strangers on the plane.
Croker.
Would you like to stun Croker at all? I gave you the die for you using Croker, so
Yes, I would love to stun Croker. So I'm talking to him. He'll accept Croker. I'm trying to keep him like Croker, so I gotta remember how Croker acted. So I call Croker over. He comes over, and as he's looking at it, he's like, and he comes out with like his toolkit with bandages, puts those back, and just like comes out with like blanket,
I can help.
and just like
A blanket and
puts that first, and then goes back for the wrappings and just starts wrapping that around.
This is the way we do things. This is fine.
And then we'll see.
he manages to stop the bleeding.
All right.
He does let you know that there's probably a pretty serious threat of infection with a wound like this, in a battlefield like this, in a fight like that.
With the viscera just
Everybody's
flying everywhere.
infected.
But
Oh, I can take care of
he
that
shouldn't
easily.
bleed out tonight,
All right.
so that's something.
More hardy though, probably.
We'll stay with him, keep an eye on him, make sure he doesn't die. I don't think. Fight's over.
You hear it echoing from the faraway hill.
the Vikings start killing your dudes.
I don't think my medicine charm can.
They all do look back over at the hill, like mildly confused, because the fight is over.
So, like, what are you doing, bro?
What medicine charms do you have?
Body medicine. Yeah, that's only for
I was
myself.
gonna say, I believe he said medicine charm.
Yeah,
Well, technically that means you have the excellence.
yeah, it does. We'll let Croker's thing go, and then I'll take a look at him myself. See how that.
That's fair.